Hello, beloved church. What I was want to give an example of using a psalm for prayer, which is something that we're going to do this week as a sign of unity. And I asked a few people to give maybe some information about the psalms that you'll be praying this week. And I just thought I'd do a little bit of Psalm 20. Show you the kind of information that I thought people might want to know to inform their praying, and then show you a little bit of how I prayed this psalm. So I prayed through this psalm and another one this morning, which really was very effective for me to talk to the Lord, and pretty quickly drew out the things that I'm already concerned about and gave me a context for prayer. So here's Psalm 20. I'm just going to read a little bit and then talk about some things that I learned. I just studied a little bit about it. I didn't spend a whole lot of time. So anyway, may the Lord answer when you are in distress. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you. May he send help to you from the sanctuary and grant you support from Zion. May he remember all your sacrifices and accept all your burnt offerings. May he give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed. May we shout for joy over your victory and lift up banners in the name of our God. May the Lord grant all your requests. So these first 5 verses are not so much a prayer as like a blessing that would be spoken over someone. Probably initially King David and then the kings that followed him. I didn't know that actually before I prayed today. So I was just kind of, as I was reading it, I was just kind of struggling through, may the Lord answer you when you are in distress. And I just started thinking of some of my friends who are in distress. And I have several friends and family who are in distress right now. So I just prayed, brought them before the Father, right? And said their name and thought about how the Lord might answer them in their distress. And then twice in this psalm, including in verse 1, the name of God comes up. And if you've even thought about it for a while, God's name is very important to him. And we know it's one of the petitions in the Lord's Prayer, that may your name be made holy. Or in the older English, it was hallowed be thy name. But that really means may your name be holy everywhere that we go. And then I noticed that when I thought about verse 3, it says, may he remember all your sacrifices and all your burnt offerings. And of course, our great sacrifice is Jesus himself. And great comfort that when God sees me, he remembers what Christ has done to pay for my sin. And I think, we're not just interpreting this, so I think it's okay then to think about God, the sacrifices that I make for you, not to be saved or to pay for my sin, but to further the gospel. I want them to be acceptable to you. For instance, when Jesus commands us in Matthew 6 for our giving to be done in secret, our fasting to be done in secret, and our praying to be done in secret, that we would have that right attitude, that we wouldn't be trying to do things to earn God's favor, because you can't. It's a gift. And then this is kind of cool. So the first 5 verses are like a blessing, and then the 6th seems to be the king or the leader receiving that blessing, and says, now this I know, the Lord gives victory to his anointed. He answers him directly from his sanctuary with the victorious power of his right hand. I just wanted to say that word sanctuary, for us, we all kind of know what that means in our culture, but it just really says holy place. So God's answering from his holy place, and that comes in a couple times too. It was in verse 2 also. and I should have said, I'll go back just for a second, because twice this idea of may God give you all your request, and that seems like too much. I'm not sure what to do with that. I'm sort of glad that God hasn't given me all my requests. I know that He always hears me, but He knows better than I do what I need. And I think it's probably Tim Keller who said, it's C.S. Lewis. God gives you, He answers your prayer to give you what you want if you knew everything that He knew when you were praying. So some of the things that you desire are beyond your ability to handle them or whatever else, God. But He has a reason. Dad is not holding out on us. He's good and He loves us. And then some trust in chariots and horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God. I just thought that was pretty easy to relate to and confess some of where my trust is misplaced. So anyway, the goal is for those of you I'm sending this video to right now to just give a couple insights as you thought about the verse and maybe an example or two of how you prayed for it. So I love you guys. Thanks for helping me lead Jesus' church. He's our shepherd. And we love Him, and we're so thankful that we are not, what's Jesus say? That we're not harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd. Peace.